right, guys, so we are in our round pen and we're at the gate. Most horses, as you know, being a horse owner, I'm asking her to disengage. She did. We love that. I'm going to ask her to disengage on the other side because now we're going to use her other side of the brain. So she did. I'm very happy with that. I don't push on that. Once she does it, I am totally fine. I don't want to keep, otherwise it's like we're screaming at her, you know, keep disengaging. So I'm just asking for that little bit and releasing the pressure. All energy, energy, energy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let her go. Now, she's not used to this. It's going to be okay. But I want her to just run around just a little bit or whatever she needs to do, and I'm not going to control that. So she's sort of checking this out, and I'm okay with that. In the process of her doing that, I'll just walk around a little bit. Notice she's got her ear on me. That's all good. I'm still not 100% on this hind end, so I'm not going to walk up to her hind end. She has pointed that thing at me more than once, and I've got the message. We're still in this process of trying to check each other out and learn together. She's looking at the cows over there. I'm just going to come up and give her a pet. My energy is really grounded right now. It's really important that you guys understand what I'm doing with this horse energetically, because that's where I meet them, is in the energy room. Now she just tried to run me over a little bit, and I'm going to tell her, okay, move out of the way. She did. I'll do this. I only like to use one finger. She moved her feet. I was okay with that, because if you're going to run me over, my message back to you is not, hey, what are you doing? My message back is, oh, really? Well, now move your feet out of my way. Move your front feet out of my way. Excuse me. And she did. Now she's pretty relaxed out here. She can start getting into trouble when she's out here. I got a foot movement. I'm also, if I direct my shoulders right at her, that's really powerful energy to a horse. So all these subtleties are really important for you to see and understand. So I would like her to start going a little bit. She doesn't know this from me. She might try to crowd me a little bit, which I don't want. And I told her, you know what, just get out of the way for a minute. Go ahead and raising my energy a little bit, and she's responding to that. She's got her ear on me. That's okay. Now, I don't want her going this way. I want her going that way. So she's going to fight that. I'm okay with that. I expected it. Again, I've never been in a round pen with this horse. Never done anything with this horse. I'm dropping my energy right now but watch when I really drop it. You see the difference? I didn't ask anything. I didn't move. I dropped my energy and she stopped. Now she's comfortable enough to poop. That's great. I don't have an issue with that. Of course I don't have an issue with that. She just let out some air. I like that. She's kind of coming over here. Not quite sure. She did that intentionally. I'm okay with that. She didn't try to run me down. I'm going to ask her to go the other way. She's got her ear on me. I'm asking for the other direction. She gave it to me. Again, I've never worked with this horse. She doesn't know these commands I'm asking. Now I'm going to raise my energy. I'm going to raise it. I'm going to raise it. She's saying, I don't want your raised energy. And now she's going to give it to me. I don't want her going this way. I want her going that way. She's getting a little, somebody's coming out to the quote unquote round pen. I still want her this way. So we're having a little dialogue. This is part of our dance. She wants to stop at the gate. She knows I don't want her to stop at the gate. I'm going to raise energy just a little bit before we get to the gate so she doesn't stop at the gate. Now I'm going to drop it off. So she's looking over there. I'm okay with that again. But then she's dialing back in. So again, this is an opportunity for you to see what the shift, as subtle as it is, because you can't see it, but she's feeling it. I don't know if she's planning on a roll here, but if she is, that's actually a compliment to me. Now I want her to come with me. She's not quite sure about that, but I'll take it. And she is, I'm telling you, now there's a cow out there with her baby, so she's kind of dialed into that right now. I like a mare or a gelding. I don't typically work with stallions. I have, but I like a mare that's alert, like this one is being right now. But she's not freaking out. She's like, okay, I'm checking out my surroundings. They don't all do that. She's more of an alpha mare, so we should kind of expect that. Now, I'm okay with this right now because her feet aren't coming in and she's not trying to shove me out of the way. I don't like that she just did that, but she doesn't know that. So I'm going to ask her to move out of the way a little bit, and she did. Just one finger, guys. And part of that was, I don't know how rude she was being, but it was an opportunity for me, and you're always looking for an opportunity, for me to say, you don't get to shove your head into my body. So I'm going to push you out of the way when you do that. And that's kind of horse talk. She's like, okay, got it. And now she's like, okay, so here we are. So I'm going to ask her to disengage. She's not quite giving me what I'm asking for. Again, I'm not 100% on this hind end. She just disengaged, so I'll take it. So we just had a little kerfuffle. I'm glad we did, because I want you to see that. There's this dialogue that occurs. However, I never left my heart, and I always stayed grounded, and this is what I really want you guys to see. So when you're watching a natural horseman and they're doing their thing, I want you to really understand the power of energy. And then the other work that I do, of course, is with the person. So if I brought Renee in here right now, I wouldn't be paying attention to the horse. I'd be paying attention to her energy and telling her, this is what I want you to ask of Sage. So she's asking me a question right now. That's all I want. I want her to ask me questions. And this is a mare that is big time trouble. This is a mare who decides if she's going to leave the stall or not. This is a mare who, if you do make her leave, will try to bite you. I'm not feeling that from this mare right now. She's 6. She typically, when you have a mare like this that wants to get into arguments, it's a safety thing. And you know, when I dial into these horses, a lot of times I'll see what happened to them before their owners got them. And she's a very sensitive mare. You know, she's off the track. So she's put into a system of training that is fairly universal, no matter what your personality is. And if you have a personality like this, it's not necessarily a great program for that horse. And then you get a horse who feels like she's got to push and fight her way for everything because she's lost all control in her life. And my message to her is, you're not out of control. We're in partnership, but I'm the leader. The dance. So she's going after some grass. That's that's all right. But I want her to go. I want you to go. Nope, I don't want you going that way. I want you going this way. So I'm going to point, and I'm also going to take my eyes over to where I want her to go. I'm okay if she's walking right now. If I raise my energy, I like to... Now, I didn't go way up. I gave her a smile and a jolt of energy, and she was like, got it. So she's not thrilled with this, but she's doing it because We're doing the dance. Now I want her to go this way. She's like, all right. She's gonna fight me a little bit. She's having an attitude at the moment. Let's go. I'm okay with that. Her energy's up, mine just a little. And this is what happens with her. She's not getting her way right now, so she's gonna fight me on it. So now this is what this mare does. I don't want her going this way though. Off we go. So we're having a little argument. That's okay. She gets explosive. Nope. I drop my energy way down because she's having one of her little horsey fits. Something's going on over there that she wants to be a part of. I'm going to hold this for a second. I'm going to let her kind of regroup. For the most part, she did what I asked of her. But remember, my energy is just whatever you need to do. Something's going on in the barn that she wants to be a part of. That's okay. You're going to expect things like this. She wants to go this way. I want her going this way. She's calmed down a little bit. I should have a whip. I wouldn't use it on her, but it's a way of that she's been trained. So if I kind of point the whip, then I would have a different result, but that's okay. A lot of action going on over there right now. Off you go. Off you go. She's getting wound up. But she could have kicked me right then and she didn't. So I'm gonna you guys can hear what's going on. So what I did is I turned my head, dropped my energy down to nothing, I smiled, and she was like, oh, okay, I'll come over to you. So what she needs to do right now is to drop all this, because she starts going into her little tornado. And I haven't worked with her enough to drop her out of it really fast. There's still a bit of a trust issue. That's okay. I mean, I barely know this horse. But she calmed down pretty quickly. And if I offered her the halter right now, she would definitely take it. It's all wound up here, but that's okay. So that is the first in our series. I think we'll end now. I always want to end on a good note. And I'm very pleased. She came back over to me. She calmed down. She dropped. She's licking her lips. She's processing. And this horse needs to process a lot. She had a rough go in the beginning. And I'm okay with that. I like horses like this. There we go.